Hi, I'm Glenn Parry, Professor of Strategy and Operations Management here at Bristol Business School. I just thought I'd talk a little bit about servitization. Now, servitization is the move that is observed being undertaken by many firms from providing just a product to providing products and services together. Servitization originally came from a paper by Vandermeer and Rada, who observed this happening in a number of different firms, from product manufacturers who are adding services to their products to generate additional money, but also to legal firms, to law firms who are seeking additional services they could add to their traditional offer to generate further revenue. So we see things like the local firm offers something called in-house lawyer, where you pay a monthly subscription and you get legal services. So this is where servitization comes from. And as we study the space, we increasingly see products and services becoming merged, becoming one thing. I mean, the classic example people talk about is Rolls-Royce and their through life service offers on engines, where you buy a hot engine and you fly that on your plane, and they look after all the servicing. They own the asset. So that's quite a complex engineering service. So as you can imagine, there is a scale of very simple products and services mixed together, all the way through to outcome-based services, where you pay for not just the service, but actually the thing happening. So Veronica Martinez from Cambridge did a lovely piece looking at explosives, where ICI originally sold you a stick of dynamite. Then they sold you the people who knew how to blow up a rock face. And then following that, they would sell you broken chunks of rock at a particular size that were already on the ground. So as the service became more advanced, that's what they would provide. Now, this is becoming relevant, particularly today, listening to the radio, when the European Union negotiation on Brexit are talking about having products and negotiating a deal on products, on goods, and then negotiating a deal on services. Now, firstly, I would, as an academic, struggle. We've all struggled really to truly define what services are and how they're different to products. Harker, I think 84-85 wrote, a service is something you can't drop on your foot. But defining what a service is quite difficult. Steve Vargo, I think, has one of the better definitions of service when he talks about service as the use of facilitating goods and application of resources for the benefit of somebody else. So that's probably a good definition. But to separate out a trade deal where you've got products being provided and then a separate trade deal on service in this modern age makes very little sense. We can think of analogies that are maybe more readily understood in terms of music. Music used to be sold in the form of DVD, CD, vinyl, tape, all these different formats, but they're physical and would be deemed as products. And as we've been through what's been really a revolution in the music industry, music's now accessed on streaming, on download, on YouTube. People access music in all these different ways. And the fundamental nature of the recorded track hasn't changed. Yet the way it is sold, the complete business model has changed around it. So to have a separate trade deal that would treat a CD differently to a download doesn't make a deal of sense to me, because the person who created the music, to them it's still a music. There was a lovely quote that a product is a platform that delivers a service, and a service is a platform that delivers an experience. I don't think that our politicians have the degree of sophistication at the moment to really understand the challenges that separating products and services in a world where we have all these complex product service systems delivered across the world. I don't think you can have a separate or sensible trade deal based around that, and that to me is quite a concern.